One more question compulsory about your party is why is it not growing in South India? Now, of course, the footprint is slowly expanding. The RSS's footprint, especially in Kerala and Tamil Nadu, has been expanding for that matter. But what is more interesting is that Tamil Nadu and Kerala, Karnataka is an exception, of course, being so rooted to culture somehow seems to have fallen into the trap of Dravidian politics, and the BJP is not really gaining massively in these states. So, what is the future for BJP in South India? Because the Modi Shah duo have captured the Northeast, have captured the Gangetic Plains, have captured the Vindhyas, but South India still remains a challenge.
I agree with you. If you look at Kerala, it's the land of Parashurama, and then of the great Shankaracharya, who walked the entire nation, who did his Parivirajaka across all the way up to Kedar. And that's the unfortunate part, that it fell into the grip of communists. And the two violent fellows, they believe that the opponent should be killed, hands and legs torn. He should be, neck chopped.
Yeah. If it's happening today also with the violence. How many RSS
people? No, it's a lot less now. But if you take the 60s and the 70s, the average RSS Karyakarta was simply killed. Right? If you look at they were killing fields literally, places like Kannur and all of that. So unfortunate that the land of Parashurama and Shankara got into the hands of these violent communists, right? So it looks really funny and amusing when they speak of human rights. And then if you look at Tamil Nadu is the land of the Cholas, Cheras, Pandyas, the Pallavas, the greatest of them all. They built the Tanjavur Bradishwara, they built the Madurai Meenakshi. And here you have these fellows, all caught with Periyar. Right. So they are hijacked by, Tamil Nadu got hijacked by Periyar, who was frankly speaking, his name did not suit him at all. I don't know how he earned it. He is a so-called reformer. All of his hypocrisy, I think now with each passing day, many people are, exposing, because he said it's all Brahminical and started, defiling idols of Hindu gods, Ganesha. Also put a chapalhara around Ganesha, or break down one Nataraja, break down one Rama. God knows what he was saying. It's all Brahminical. None of these gods are Brahmins. Tell me one Hindu god which is Brahmin. Rama is Kshatriya, Krishna is Yadava. In fact, Ravana is Brahmin. So here he had it all wrong, and he blamed the Brahmins for everything. So I think perhaps there was a lot of anger and frustration in the society itself, because so many years of oppression, finally the British. So he sort of caught them at the right time and managed to, you're poisoned, like you speak of the leftist boys in today's colleges, he managed to do it. But today, I think things are different in two ways. I'll just quickly finish. One was, I think, for communists in Kerala, the watershed moment was Sabarimala. Right? What happened was what they didn't expect. The average Hindu woman of Kerala stepped out on the street in lakhs, right? So the communists somewhere buckled and said, oh God, these fellows, they have got their strength. And perhaps I can't call it watershed, but Jayalalitha, see, Annadurai was the man who led that whole DMK movement politically. Yes, Periyar was the ideologue, but Annadurai was the man in action. Whether it is DK or DMK or all of that, or ADMK. So MGR and Karunanidhi had to hold on to that. Although MGR visited Mukambika temple is what they say, MGR and Karunanidhi had to hold on to all those atheist values and all of that. But I think Jayalalitha sort of loosened up, and she celebrated that. I wrote it down somewhere. It's a very famous, it's called Mamangam, it's called, in Kerala, in Tamil Nadu, where it's a festival of celebrating the river and water and all of that. So it's like a Kumbh Mela. So she did it, and in many ways changed the course of history. And for Kerala, like I said, it was Sabarimala. But in general, if you look at it, If you look at politics in India, right, the socialists and the communists and the the Lohiyawadis and all these guys, all and the Congress, of course. See, they all today are they are compelled to profess what is called soft Hindutva. Minority appeasement no longer works, they have all realized. One.
Yeah.
Two, taking the Hindu majority for granted also doesn't work. So in many ways, again, after 2014, everyone has realized, oh God, these guys are important. They are a decisive lot, especially I think after 2019, because what they thought is going to crumble grew further, right?
Yeah.
Multifold. So I think, and let me tell you, DMK is not outside it. Today, Stalin's wife shows her puja room to the world on social media. And if you look at communists, suddenly they all are playing to the soft Hindutva. They are playing that tune too. So it's strange. They celebrate the Ramayana month now in Kerala. So they are all forced to. So I think this reclamation process has happened here too. So this whole hardcore atheist, anti-Vedic, position is all loosened up today.
You're right, especially
so
after
politics
the
will
Sabarimala
change
movement.
too.
Yeah, I was observing how the communists and the Congress party behaved, and every single MP, MLA, and party person, moved very strategically, because one bad move, it would have ended their political career.
The Congress joined the protest. Where did they have a choice? And today you see Rahul Gandhi running from temple to temple. No, the temple run, the famous temple run. He's saying, I'm Janayudhari, I am Hindu. So there you have it. So from being not so proud about being a Hindu, now Akhilesh Yadav is doing the same thing, no? And Mamta Ji was chanting,
BSP is
the Durga
organizing
Stotras.
Brahmin sammelans and things like that. Yeah, it's very interesting.
So there you have it.
Yeah.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.